Hey guys, Dan Howman back with another Watcher of Realms video. We have official news that the Hatssut and Artemis banner are coming. Very cool. 10x banner coming this Friday. I was kind of wondering if this was going to happen. This was kind of my guess when I said it's kind of weird that there's a one-day banner. Maybe they're trying to hide the fact that a really good banner is coming after it. And I was right. I've never seen a one-day banner before. Usually if they start a banner, it's at least 2 days, if not 3 days. So the only reason I could think of it, and I was like, well, on Monday, the calendar updates and they add the banner for the next weekend. So maybe they made it Sunday only so that, some people would use their summons. And then we get to see the new 10x banner. So pretty cool. I am very excited for this banner. I kind of wish I wouldn't have summoned anything on my free to play, but it worked out because I didn't get anything. So all I did was further my pity and I didn't get a Lego anyways. So now I'll still have an option to go on this banner and hopefully get either Hatssut or Artemis or both. Very cool heroes. Now on my free to play, I'm especially excited for Hatssut because she is great on the right hand side of GR3, something I need some help with on my free to play account. I have some copies on my main account of Hatssut, a couple copies. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's look at the Awakens and see how worth it is to go in on this if you already have a copy of Hatssut. So attack bounces to one more target with the damage of each bounce increases by 9%. Each enemy hit also suffers defense reduction. Soul drain damage plus 5. So Awaken 1 is more damage on, this is the AoE, right? Is this the, oh no, it's just regular attack. Okay. Ghastly Burst. Okay, that's the name of the ultimate here. Okay, then we get attack. Ghastly Stealth duration, 10 seconds. I don't know that that one's super useful. Penetration is always going to be strong. So penetration is just going to pierce through defense. So this is always going to be strong. 8% is kind of a lot. I think some of them have like 4%, maybe? Are they all 8%? I think this varies slightly on some heroes. 8% is a really good number. That's a lot of penetration. And then Ghastly Burst duration 1 second. So deals damage up to 5 enemies nearby, dealing X damage every 0.3 seconds. So that means this is 3 more hits, right? So 1 more second, every 0.3 seconds it happens. So this is actually pretty strong because the AoE damage that comes out of this ultimate is very strong. However, it does have a pretty small range. That's my only complaint about her ultimate is even like, I used her in Guild Boss for a little bit in the very beginning. And to use the ultimate, you have to be on the closest tile to the boss. Otherwise, it won't even allow you to use it. So the range isn't huge. However, it does deal a lot of damage. So that is pretty strong there. So I don't even know where I'm at on my main account for my Hatssut. Let me check real quick. What do I got going on in here? Oh, Hatssut. I always have trouble finding people. Yeah, especially with skins. I forget what people look like. What do we got going on here? So I only have Awaken 1. So next one is attack, stealth duration. So I really feel like I'd have to get to almost 4 or 5 for it to be super useful here. Now let's go back here and look at Artemis's Awakenings, see if it makes sense to go ham on this banner. Who else do we have? We do have Olog in here. So Olog is a very good hero if you don't have a copy of him. However, he is free now in the Void Rift, so everyone kind of gets a copy of him. And usually the purple Awakens aren't that big of a deal because you can use the stones that you get from Guild Boss that are fairly common. 5% damage reduction. Anyways, yeah. Going to be very good. Now let's check out Artemis. Artemis is a very cool healer. I am extremely excited for him. How he works is during his ultimate, he can deal damage, and it's actually a good chunk of damage. If you look at Carnelian, who I just made a video about, she only does about 50% damage. He, on the other hand, does 200%. So it is 4 times the damage of Carnelian. However, he can only do it during his ultimate, unlike Carnelian, who does it kind of with a passive. So if you want to build him for damage, you build him damage stats, but you also will like a lot of rage regen to help him get his ultimate more often. And you're going to want to use strategies like Laurel and Volca A1. I do have a video on this guy. If you want to check it out, I will pin it again. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, but he's a really cool hero. I really like this guy. He's pretty fun. So I think he's going to be pretty good in GR4 as well. I think there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in that dungeon as well as AoE damage, so he kind of fits that bill perfectly. So let's take a look at his awakens and see what we get. During the ultimate, increase crit rate by 50%. Now this is huge. So if you can get his A1, this is going to be massive. I mean, because you don't need to build 100% crit rate. You can build 50% crit, meaning you can get more stats in other areas. You could even run something like a crit rate bangle, and then that's all of your crit that you need on your entire build, which means you can focus on other things like attack and attack speed, etc. So that's pretty cool. You get flat attack there. Increases the effect duration of blood craving. Increases the healing received from Artemis base attack by 30%. So he has a debuff, or a buff, sorry, that he puts on people that increases their healing. You get some rage regen here, which is quite nice because, as I said, this is auto rage regen, so you don't need to be doing anything for it to work. So he just literally regens his rage more quickly without attacking or healing or doing anything. And this is quite useful. As I said, he can only deal damage during the ultimate, so that's very good. Sanguine Tonic heals all allies in range with a 30% healing multiplier per second, lasting for 5 seconds. So that's pretty good. This is part of his auto skill. So that's very nice there. Very cool healer. I think he looks pretty sweet as well. I like his weapon. We don't have a lot of weapons in this game, but that one is pretty cool. Very cool hero. What else do we got going on? Scorch, never ever use Scorch. He is one of the only heroes who has, you know, any sort of attack range for epics. There's not a lot of epics that have more than one tile of attack range. And the last person is Azoth, who is a decent early game damage dealer for Guild Boss. If you have nothing else, he does do decent in Guild Boss. Ratings are interesting on him. Guild War, Faction Trial, Void Rift. Void Rift over Guild Boss. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. I am pretty excited to have this. I will try to get some Immortal Codex videos out as well today, but pretty excited for this banner. Pretty cool. And then they run a 2x as well. I think if you're really early game, you could maybe go on the 2x if you don't have like any legendaries on your account, but I still think Hatssut in this banner is going to be quite important. Hatssut is a very good hero, and this new healer is very cool. I don't know how he's going to turn the meta or change the meta. I'm going to be interested to see if he does anything. I'm sure in GR4, I think he's definitely going to have a place there in GR4. Outside of that, I am not quite sure. I have some summons built up. We have some other events that are ending today, so if you didn't realize, make sure you loot your stuff and you do your arena to finish these off if you want the results. The rewards, I mean, and Immortal Codex. We have a new boss coming, so I am excited to try the new boss. I don't have access to these bosses on the test server, so I cannot test them, unfortunately. I cannot wait to test them when they come out. We have the new Boreas boss that you need damage over time, so it'll be pretty cool to check that out. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and that subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.